So yeah, I have something I want to talk about. Wow, we have these birds over here flying, eating. Got a bus stop right there. I'm actually waiting on the bus, kinda. Uh, so I'm standing right here. I'm like looking at all these birds. I'm like, wow, these birds are amazing. Like they're just flying around in a big old formation. Then they landed on all these power lines and stuff. And then I caught this girl across the way. I don't even know who it is. I could barely even see. She might be like an old woman, for all I know. I'm like, oh crap, it's a girl. So I'm like, I don't want to look lame, like looking at these birds. Like, is that like a nerdy thing? Is that gonna make her like think I'm weird or something? And I just snapped it into my brain. Like, how many times do people either do certain things or not do certain things because of what they think not only like the opposite sex will perceive them as, but also just people, other people. And I'm like, I like these birds. I don't care, like, and that just like it just snapped in my head. I'm like, I don't even know who that person is. I'll probably never talk to that person. Like, but for a long time in my life, I've been like, oh, I don't want to look weird. I don't want to do this. Don't want to, but what? You know what I'm saying? Like, because these birds are amazing. Like, you know what I mean? How many times have people like not done the things they actually want to do because of what they think other people will perceive them as? And how many times do people like collectively do that when they all actually probably want to do the same thing? Like, I think most people probably think these birds are awesome. You know what I mean? And I just had in my brain, like, maybe this girl's gonna think I'm weird looking at birds because I have this idea of like what masculinity is supposed to be. So like, how many times have people done that for one, but two, like, like collectively not done the things they want to do because there's some like weird taboo against it or something like a cultural taboo. It's like, I don't care. I'm doing what I want to do. I like birds. You know what I mean? Like, I think if anything, I should, I guess, I could kind of, some people say, you gotta like do what you want to do, but like rock it the right way and you kind of just own it a little bit. So I guess I could do that, like I could look at birds and still look cool while doing it, I guess, or whatever. And at the same time, I think it's kind of like, I think it should be like, I think it's almost respectable in some ways if I do that. It's like I'm willing to like, I don't know, I guess I'm masculine enough to kind of do what I want to do, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you see people do stuff like that. Sometimes people do stupid crap and they think that they can just like, own it, whatever. But, I like birds. They're flying around again, cruising, I thought it was cool. They're above my head. I was like, wow. And then I caught that girl across the way. I'm like, dang, like, what, she think I'm weird? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be weird. Yeah, and then it just snapped in my head. Like, why? Like, I don't even, I think she just got on the bus right now. I ain't gonna talk to her. I don't even know who that is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care, for one, but two, like, she probably likes birds too. You know what I mean? So I probably just got this idea in my head, like, oh yeah, it's not, like, where did that idea come from? It's like, I feel like that's almost like cultural conditioning. I'm like, I don't need that in my life. Like, I like what I like, so I'm gonna stay liking what I like. I'm gonna handle my business. Like, I don't care what you think about it. If I like birds flying in the sky, that's what I do. I like birds. I don't care if you think it's nerdy or weird or anything like that. I think that's like a trap of culture. A lot of people, I think they're not supposed to do certain things that they like because, it's either like you're not manly enough or it's nerdy or something. Like, so, I think a lot of people that are able to break free from that, I think they end up doing things they really want to do in life, and half the time they end up doing cool stuff that like changes the world. Half the time those type of people are the people that like break free and end up changing the culture itself. They show people, look, it's okay to like birds flying in the sky. And they're like, yeah, screw what everybody says. Even though nobody, like, everybody else actually likes birds, but just somehow, some way, like a cultural thing came about to make people believe that everybody else thinks it's like nerdy or something. It's like that's what I go back. I made videos about this a while back, called it the facto agreement. Like, somehow, some way, these random ideas get into the collective mind, and like that girl, I had it in my brain that she might think I was like weird for looking at birds, but maybe she likes birds. Maybe she likes the fact that I'm looking at birds, you know what I mean? But I just had that idea in my mind because I guess that's social conditioning. One way or another, those type of ideas are floating around. Different ideas about different stuff. Oh, wearing pink is girly. Wearing blue is boyish. Girls having short hair is boyish. Guys having long hair is girlish. Stuff like that. being skinny is feminine, or I don't know, like whatever, all types of stuff like that. Who said any of that stuff? Like, who made all this stuff up? You know what I mean? I don't even think it, there's kind of some extremes I think are kind of obviously like, weird sometimes, but I think there's a lot of stuff that are kind of cultural mainstays, or have been at least, that have been weird themselves. Like I see a lot of stuff that people do. I'm like, that's weird. Why do people? I don't want to go there. No, I'm about to say some weird stuff. Too extreme for this video. I like the pleasant nature of it all, but yeah, I've seen some weird stuff that people do, and but it's culturally accepted, and probably later on when people, snap out of that, they're gonna be like, what the heck were we doing? It's like, yeah, it was weird. You know what I mean? And at the same time, there's literally stuff that hinders people from doing like relatively natural things, It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's a cultural, it's like, that's like a place where culture is kind of bad, kind of, I don't know, it just kind of makes people do weird stuff, but that they naturally probably want to do. There's been stuff like that all throughout history, man. A lot of stuff, man. You can see some weird stuff in a lot of cultures that people do, man, for real. And yeah, and there's a lot of cultures that don't accept a lot of stuff like, oh, you're a nerd for looking at the birds. You're a nerd for liking flowers. You're gay. Like, I like flowers. I like birds. I like pretty stuff. I like nice stuff, I like sunsets. I like sunrises. I like smelling fresh air. I like trees. I like plants. I like all types of stuff. I don't care what you say. And I used to be so scared, and it hindered me for a long time. I was like, oh, I can't like that. That's gay. That's gonna make me, I'm gonna look like a nerd. I don't wanna be a nerd. Gotta be cool. So how many times does that happen in your life? You know what I mean? Like, because you're trying to impress the opposite sex, or even just other people. You just want to be cool. You want to like you want to be the cool guy. You want to have a high like place in the social hierarchy or whatnot. So many people that subscribe to these cultures, but they end up doing weird stuff. Like there's certain cultures like people like modify their bodies and like, I don't know, damn near what's that word they use? I don't know, like kind of just mess their stuff up. They'll do weird stuff, like, shoot. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go. Like I said, I'm trying to stay on the happy side of things. But yeah, there's definitely stuff like that where people do some weird stuff because the culture says it's cool. And it's like, later on, people sober up, snap out of that, they're going to be like, what the heck were they doing? Like, we could look at random cultures right now and be like, what the? I'm telling you, it's weird. Culture's like this, like bad social public, like it's like bad peer pressure almost. That's what it is in a lot of cases. It's like, no, dude, y'all are tripping. Good stuff's good, man. And culture that says it's gay to like flowers or birds or something, that's a bad culture. The culture's bad. Same thing if it tells you to do some weird stuff. If it tells you doing this weird stuff is cool. Doing bad stuff is cool. Like freaking whatever it might be. Like, yeah, it's a bad culture. It's the culture that's bad. It's not the actual that bad thing's not good and that good thing's not bad. It's the culture that's bad. It's the idea that's floating around in the public mind that's bad. So yeah, man, a lot of people like they're so like, I guess they're so obsessed with being cool or fitting in and this and that, having a nice place in society, everything, that oftentimes they'll just go along with culture no matter what it is. They're so afraid to break from that because if you don't do this, you're not cool. If you do this, then you're a nerd. So like, uh-oh, I better do that. Better not do that. And they just fall right in line because they're so afraid. Like, it's the people who break out of that, who aren't afraid like that end up changing the culture and change everything. It's fine. There's a lot of natural ways to do things, dude. It's very simple. And I don't understand why a lot of these weird cultures even come about. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I don't fall for any type of peer pressure. I don't think of any man on earth as more important than me. I understand biology. I'm like, no, we're all freaking descended from apes or whatever, you know? Like, I don't care if you're King George or the president of the United States. I don't care, dude. You're a human. So am I. You know? You're just another monkey person just like me. No big deal. I don't know. So I don't fall for that stuff, and, you know, I try to enjoy what I like. But I do catch myself every so often kind of, you know, like being self-conscious, like, oh, are they thinking I'm weird because I'm looking at birds or something? And I realize, like, like I said, that person, they just left. I'm never gonna see them again. So what do I like? That's stupid. Stupid to even care. How much of your life have you hindered because you care about what other people think, and then you end up not even seeing those people again ever or anything? You know, screw that. Live your life. Do what you want to do. Live, but don't be like extra weird. You can be extra weird, believe me. But you know, just you know what I'm saying. Stay in relatively normal bounds of whatever. Do what you like though. You know, do what you like. I believe most people are good people, so. Go ahead. I think honestly, when people are hindered by society and culture, and they feel like they can't express themselves the way they really want to, I feel that's when they turn to they start doing extra weird stuff. Like, yeah, that's not good. People got to be able to express themselves, like what they like, do what they do. Oh, they're gonna get frustrated and like lash out and stuff. That's real, man, real stuff. Ask a psychologist; they probably know. Cultural issues, man, cultural issues that affect a lot of people. So yeah, let's fix it all up. Just do it, like I said, man. It's the people that break out, that just do what they want to do, that end up showing other people that's fine. It's like, hey, look, boom. So boom, you know, what's up? Anyway, I just want to explain that because these birds are cool. They're just chilling. Look at them. They cover the whole power lines up here, like the whole thing. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, I don't like to be rude, but I also don't care too much about what people think because I know half the time I ain't gonna talk to them. I ain't gonna know you. I'm not gonna let you like even affect my life. Like, why do I want your input in my life? I don't even know you. Like, you're not like a trusted confidant, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. I don't trust your advice. I don't care about your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might be good, you know, somebody might be like, look at you like, look, you got something on your beard or something, you know, that's different. But yeah, I'm not just gonna like, and that's the thing. Half the time it's not even people that's coming from. Half the time it's just these cultural ideas that in your own brain, you're like, assuming some stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like brainwashing almost. Don't let that happen. Anyway, I'm chilling. This girl's being kind of weird, kind of just hanging out next to me. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Look at these birds. Think they're gonna fly away, or they're just gonna... They're chilling. Gotta let them have their little get together at sundown, you know? That's what people should be doing. We should be doing like little powwows and stuff as the sun goes down. Little drum circles, dancing and stuff. That's what people should be doing. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. And yeah, enjoy the bird sounds. I'm out. I'm just gonna add this to the end. People definitely do a lot of weird stuff culturally. Honestly, I think it's actually worse. What I was kind of pointing out was like how my afraid of looking like weird was keeping me from like appreciating these birds. No, I think it's actually worse the opposite way. I think it's more like culture compels people to do some really almost terrible things sometimes. Actually, I think that's worse, to be honest. And yeah, so it's one thing to like, you know, feel hindered by society, you know, from doing what you actually want to do. But no, I think sometimes culture like really kind of compels people to do some ridiculously stupid things. I mean, you could look at a lot of crazy stuff that's happened throughout history. Even right now, I could just look around and see people and the way they act and a lot of things, bro. A lot of stuff with culture really, it's like this bad peer pressure. It's very bad peer pressure, dude. You don't need it. It's stupid. Break that shit. Break that shit for real, bro. That's what people need to be addressing, man. You got like psychologists wondering why these people act like this. Why does kid lash out? Why does kid do this? Boy, look at the culture. It's totally bad peer pressure. They're told this and this is supposed to be like this and this and that. Boy, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Very terrible, man. That's really what the problem is. That's what psychologists, sociologists need to be talking about for real. We got bad culture out here in a lot of cases, man. Compel people to do some dumb stuff sometimes. Anyway, I gotta go, man. I'm gonna let y'all out. I'm gonna let y'all bounce. This kid gets it. This kid's jamming out. These birds recognize. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm out of here. Stay safe.